What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, let's start off with a bit of news before we talk boxing and all the PED shit that's going on right now. If you guys follow the channel and you've been watching a lot of the videos recently, I have said that I had an interview with Sky Sports News about 2 weeks ago, a few days after I got back from Cuba. I had that interview. I then had a follow-up interview, I'm going to call it, again on Monday. It was more of an audition, to be honest. That was on Monday afternoon. I didn't think I did too well. I think I said that in the video that I didn't think I did too well, but I wasn't sure. I got a call from the producer of Sky Sports News yesterday morning, about 11 o'clock yesterday morning. You know when you see a number you don't recognize and you think it could be it. So obviously answered the phone call. I don't know why I always do this role play shit, but they were like, Ade, Sky Sports News. And I was like, yes. How do you think you done? And I was like, it was difficult. I was just honest. It was difficult. I didn't expect it to be easy, right? This is Sky Sports. You don't expect it to be easy, but it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And they said, okay, they loved me and they want me to be part of the team. So your boy is going to be on Sky Sports News. Which is crazy. It's not sunken in yet. It's a bit surreal. Don't know what to say, if I'm honest with you. I'm still in a bit of shock. Just because of my journey. You guys, I don't know if you guys are new to the channel or old to the channel. If you're old, you kind of know the journey. If you're new to the channel, I'll just give you a bit of a quick rundown about my journey. I was working at Islington Council. I think I left there 4 years ago. And I've literally been going everywhere, just trying to get work, right? Just fucking hustling. I've been lucky to get some good jobs. Fox Sports, Kwesi Sports, a few smaller channels over here. But this is Mount Rushmore, right? Sky Sports, for anyone in the UK or Europe, this is the biggest channel. So, yeah, again, still in shock. I know a lot of good candidates went for jobs and didn't get it. I spoke to a few already. So for them to choose me is just, again, don't know what to say, a bit speechless if I'm honest with you. I won't be doing anything boxing related, and I don't necessarily want to do anything boxing related, just because of this channel. I don't want that confusion. I don't want that. I don't want that contradiction. I don't want to be saying great things about Sky Sports boxing and then come on here and say shit things. So I'd rather just not do anything boxing. So I'm going to be doing Premier League. I joined the team, I think, in December. So I've got a few weeks kind of get my shit together and it'll be more Premier League football focused. But I'll let you guys know a bit more about the role when I know more about the role. But for now, I am going to be part of Sky Sports and I can't fucking believe it. If you have a dream, I'm not getting into a Martin Luther King speech here, but if you have a dream and you're fucking fully focused on that dream, keep on going. Keep on going. I don't even want to tell you how shit this year's been for me. I don't even want to explain everything, but this year's been shocking. Shocking. I know you probably won't know it because I come on here and I do videos and probably won't even realize what's happened behind the scenes, but it's been a shocking year. So to get this news at the end of the year, for me, is just great. And again, focus on your dreams and keep on fucking hustling and working because you never know. Because I was at a desk for Islington Council taking calls on fucking council tax and housing, and now I'm going to be working for Sky Sports. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's talk about this. And I'll tell you guys more about it when I know, but let's move on from that now. Let's talk boxing because this is a boxing channel. And let's talk about this issue that's come up recently. I don't know if you guys know, but Julio Cesar Martinez, and that's the guy that beat or smoked Andrew Selby, and let's be honest, smoked Charlie Edwards. It has come back, or Vada have reported anyway, that he's failed a drug test. It was found minute traces of Clenbuterol. Clenbuterol. Also, Vada have announced that Rey Vargas also failed a drug test, found minute traces of Clenbuterol. The WBC have decided not to take action against either boxer because it's small, minute traces, and they have just said that the Clenbuterol is probably down to contaminated meat in Mexico. Oh, Ade, In, out. Just breathe, Ade, breathe. Guys, I can't fucking take this shit anymore. Let's get into that stage where I've just had enough. I've just had enough. Just had enough. So this is the guy that ran through Andrew Selby, and he did, and ran through Charlie Edwards. I mean, he fucked Charlie Edwards up. That guy has failed a drug test for minute traces of Clenbuterol, and we're just going to put it down to contaminated meat. So basically, what this is telling me is any fucking Mexican boxer pops for Clenbuterol, they're going to be okay because they know there's this contaminated meat issue in Mexico. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, and it's actually embarrassing, and it's a joke. And what pisses me off even more is that the WBC have decided they're not going to take action. Who the fuck gives the WBC right to even get involved in this? This is where you know boxing is just completely fucked as a sport. What the WBC got to do with this? I have no idea. This guy fought on British soil, right? So it should be the British Boxing Board of Control who decide what happens with Julio Cesar Martinez, not the WBC. His last fight was against Charlie Edwards for the WBC title, fair enough, but it was on British soil. It should be the British Boxing Board of Control who decide what happens next, not the WBC. The WBC might be able to suspend him, but it should be the British Boxing Board of Control who decide what happens. But no, all of a sudden it's down to Clenbuterol, it's down to minute traces, and the WBC has said, you know what, no problem. There is a problem. There is a problem. He's cheated. He's cheated. I'm not having any of this Clenbuterol crap or this contaminated meat crap. He has cheated. Boxing is in desperate need of a world governing body. It needs a governing body that's not affiliated to any belt, any country, just a governing body that can determine what happens when boxers get caught out like this. Not the what's the sanctioning body doing with it? What are they, why? It needs a governing body that can say, you know what, you popped, this is what's gonna happen, and that's it. Not fucking WBC, WB, none of them should get involved. None of them, because we've seen, even with the case of Jarrell Miller, who literally got popped for everything, the WBA, I think it was, suspended him for 6 months. I don't even want them involved anymore. Because Jarrell Miller was an example, and this isn't even a Jarrell Miller video, but Jarrell Miller was a clear example of someone that deserves like a 4-year ban. A 4-year ban. And if there was a world governing body, he probably would have got a 4-year ban. Boxing is far too corrupt for sanctioning bodies to determine when someone should be banned or not, or suspended or not, or whatever. It's far too corrupt. And I'm just sick of it. Honestly, I'm sick of it. And I actually feel sorry a bit for Charlie Edwards. I mean, he's fought someone that's cheated. I mean, let's be honest, that guy was running through Charlie Edwards. Charlie Edwards was landing clean shots, and that guy was literally just fucking soaking him up and just ran through him. And all of a sudden, Charlie Edwards has heard now that this guy literally has failed a test for, I don't care if it's traces, guys. Traces means you're trying to get clear of his system. That's the way I look at it. Every time someone fails for a minute, like, substance, in my head, and maybe this is the cynic side of me, but in my head, I'm thinking, well, he's tried to come off a cycle and he's just timed it wrong. That's the way I look at traces. I don't look at it as anything else other than that. And again, we have a big problem. And I guess the problem with PEDs and boxing has been compounded even more when I heard Eddie Hearn mention that this guy, Martinez, could fight on the fight card December 20th, which is headlined by Danny Jacobs versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That fucker, a week and a half ago, ran away from Vada testing. How he's even been talked about as being a headline act against Danny Jacobs. I'm sorry, but as soon as you run away from Vada testing, that should be a year suspension immediately. Like, it shouldn't even be in question. You refuse to get tested, banned immediately. Like, and he's making the excuse, and I said this on This Week in Boxing, he's now coming out saying, oh, they didn't show any ID, and they were very angry when they turned up. But now Eddie Hearn's talking about fucking Julio Cesar Martinez fighting on the card of Julio Cesar Chavez, who ran away from drug testing. Again, the only way that boxing is going to clean up this mess, and look, to be fair, I don't think it's even got a chance of cleaning it up, but the only way is with a world governing body. That's the only way. And even then, it's going to be tough. Let's be honest. I mean, you see the governing bodies in football, FIFA and UEFA. They're not exactly fucking whiter than white, but regardless, at least we need that in boxing. We need that. Sanctioning bodies shouldn't be the one who decide what someone's suspension is. They shouldn't. They really shouldn't have any play in it whatsoever. For them to say they're not going to do anything with Martinez and Vargas is embarrassing. Is embarrassing. For a sanctioning body head like Mauricio Suleiman to go around wearing fighters' hats. He wore a Canelo hat. Yeah. I mean, how many times have we seen him in Canelo hats? It's just the whole thing's embarrassing. And I don't know, guys. What do you make of this? Because I'm disgusted. If I'm honest with you, I'm disgusted. This is just someone in boxing needs to be made an example of. Someone in boxing that won't stop the cheats, but it will do something. That's the only way. World governing body or someone being made an example of, and that person getting a 4-year ban. And I'm not saying someone like a no-name. I'm talking someone of note. Someone of note needs to get a 4-year fucking ban. And that's the way other fighters are going to think, whoa, this ain't worth it. Because 4 years out of the ring pretty much is your career done. That needs to happen. Because right now, these guys are just taking the fucking piss. Taking the fucking piss. And basically, again, I started with this and I'm going to end with this. It basically means every Mexican boxer can pop for Clenbuterol, minute traces of it, because they've been trying to cycle off. And we're going to make the excuse that's because of contaminated meat. All right, cool. All right, peace.